Welcome back to Cape Chronicle. I'm Jacob McClellan. The Girardeau Goes Green Advisory Board makes recommendations to the city to reduce energy consumption, improve energy efficiency, and reduce the city's environmental impact. I'm joined now by Adam Gohn. He chairs the advisory board. Adam Gohn, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Jacob. It's good to be here.
First, let's talk just a little bit generally about what are the goals of the Girardeau Goes Green Advisory Board.
Well, generally, the Girardeau Goes Green Advisory Board looks to look at different processes and areas that the city does things in, and recommends ways that they can do it in a more sustainable manner without reducing the economic efficiency of what they do. So we're broken up into different sections with people that have different areas of expertise that look at different areas of what the city does to make recommendations accordingly.
So are you talking about energy efficiency, for instance, or transportation, or things like that?
Yes, we're actually broken up into different working groups we call them focus groups, and most of the work is actually done in the focus groups. We have one focus group that's dedicated to looking at energy efficiency, another focus group that's dedicated to waste management, another focus group that's dedicated to transportation, and another focus group that's dedicated to outdoor sustainability.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the energy efficiency. What are some of the things that the Girardeau Goes Green Advisory Board have recommended to help the city consume a little bit less energy?
Sure. The energy focus group does a lot of things with, they look at energy audit ways to do things. They recommend different types of lighting fixtures that can save the city money, different types of roof coatings, different ways that the cities, when they're doing remodeling, different ways that they can incorporate sustainable features into their existing structures or new structures when they're building them. The nice thing about the energy group is what they have is they can show a really good return on investment because you can show dedicated savings when you install something. So if you install this particular type of hand dryer, you can say in this many months this is going to pay for itself and start saving money. So that's kind of a really good example of what we try to do. We try to make recommendations that are sustainable but also save the city a lot of money.
How about with lighting, for instance? Have there been any changes in lighting infrastructure for the city?
There have. The energy group could talk about it more specifically. That's not the focus group I work with particularly, but I know with several of the remodels that have gone on, they've worked closely with the energy group to recommend different lighting fixtures. There are different types of bulbs, as most of you have probably seen. You go to the store, you see lots of different varieties, all of which have different lengths of time that they last and different types of output that they have and different types of efficiency levels. So what our focus group tries to do is recommend different types of bulbs, different types of fixtures that actually serve the location best that they're looking to remodel.
Now, what are some of the, you mentioned the energy, we can talk about energy efficiency. What are some of the other focus groups that the Girardeau Goes Green Advisory Board works with?
Some of the different focus groups, or some of the, well, we have a couple different focus groups. The sustainability group, for example, is working with a lot with the parks to do some naturalization along the trails. There are plenty of different wildflowers that require less watering, require less mowing, and ultimately save the city a lot in labor costs. The waste management group is looking at ways that we can improve the recycling facilities, get more recycling facilities in the park, look at different ways that we can incorporate better and more recycling to the citizens around town.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that, about the recycling, because it seems like Cape Girardeau's recycling program has changed quite a bit over the last couple of years. What are some of the changes that we've seen?
Well, as you guys probably know, recently we went to the single stream recycling, which actually saved the city a good deal of money. But Cape has always been a leader in recycling. We were one of the first in the area and in the state to go to curbside pickup. We were one of the first in the area and in the state to go to the single stream, especially at the town that's of our size. We're looking, this is an area that we want to continue to be leaders in Cape and incorporate more and better recycling facilities around town. Hopefully, at some point, we can get around to getting business recycling in, getting recycling facilities in the parks like you see in bigger cities like St. Louis and Kansas City. Since Cape has always been strong on this front, it's an area that we obviously want to continue to be a leader in and make better improvements.
Now, is there an educational component to what the Girardeau Goes Green Advisory Board does?
Yes, there is. That's part of the original charge from the city. Right now, because we're low on membership, we haven't put as much of a focus on it as we'd like to. But with some of our upcoming programs that we'd like to put into place, education is going to be a bigger part. We recently have gotten some web space from the city that we're hopefully going to post some efficiency tips to help people save money around town. We know that money's tight, and we want to help people where we can with what the specialties that we bring to the table. Right now, we're developing an education focus group, and we hope to bring some people that have some specific expertise along with that, so they can hopefully broaden it to a little bit more than what we're doing now.
So it sounds like you're looking for some more people, for some additional membership for the group.
Yes, definitely. We can always use more people.
Yeah, if somebody's interested, what should they do?
They can contact the city office at City Hall, and there's a quick little form you fill out, and you kind of indicate which focus group you'd most like to work with. If you have a particular passion for waste management, then you will bring you onto our focus group and give you something that you can help in that area.
Now, how did you like get interested in doing this in the first place?
Well, when I was an undergraduate, one of my minors is environmental science, and so I got interested in sustainability and conserving our resources and taking good care of the earth that we live on, and we'll have, my kids will live on when we go forward. So I've also been involved with the community for a long time, so it's an area that, since Cape's been doing a good job, when the board formed, I wanted to get involved as quickly as possible. And I've been involved in some capacity since the board was formed, because it's a great way you can make our city better, and we continue to be a leader in Southeast Missouri.
Now, is there any particular expertise that you look for new members on the board?
Not particularly. The only real expertise we like is someone that has a desire to help and desire to make Cape a better place. So no matter what your education or your background, we'll find a good place for you if you're interested in come and join the board.
Now, is there any time? What's the time commitment like for members?
We have a focus group meeting generally once a month. So if you join a focus group, you'll have an hour and a half commitment in just a meeting time. And depending on the focus group and what they're actually doing, the time commitment can vary. But you can be as involved or as uninvolved as you'd like to be. Obviously, we'd hope you'd be more involved, but it's as big of a time commitment as you would like to make it.
Adam Gohn is the chairperson for the Girardeau Goes Green Advisory Board. Adam, thank you so much for coming by to talk with us.
Thanks, Jacob. It's been a pleasure.